Hello, Christina here for Primal Coding. And today I just want to quickly talk about 3 reasons why you should start a breath practice if you haven't already. So, the first reason is it expands my capacity for stress. Example is if I can inhale for 20 seconds, exhale for 20 seconds, not only am I able to calm my nervous system down and relax my body, relax my mind, that's really mobility, usable range of motion, right? Mobility in mind and body through accessing breath. And that's really important. Most people can maybe inhale for 3 to 5 seconds and then maybe exhale for the same, right? Maybe a little longer. And the second that they perceive stress in their reality or in their mind through a thought, that breath shortens, right? And then they're not really getting as much oxygen, right? And they're holding their breath and they're building tension. And not to say that breath holds are bad. Breath holds are very positive if done correctly and consciously, right? That's a whole other video. So again, mobility of breath, space to expand, fluidity in that space to be able to breathe along the spectrum of the spine. Then you have other aspects of self or breath. That's strength and power, right? So mobility, strength, and power of breath. Wow. Have you ever looked into those aspects of self? That's the question. Another question you can ask yourself is, what is my capacity? Maybe taking a moment, pausing the video and saying, hey, how long can I inhale and exhale? Set a timer for 3 minutes. See if you can get to 5, inhale 5, exhale 5. What does that feel like? Have you ever really asked that question? So the second reason would be core strength. I want you to think about why there's a lot of men and women wearing weight belts while they're doing arm raises and chest press. And, I understand a weight belt and powerlifting if you're in a meet, weightlifting 800 pounds. But if you're doing arm raises or anything else, you should not be wearing a weight belt. And I want you to think about what lies underneath that weight belt. The diaphragm, that muscle we use to breathe. And if we're always in a sympathetic state, in that fight or flight state, the breath probably stays here. And you know what? They probably are always squeezing their abs super tight, keeping them engaged. But sometimes the muscles want to relax out. Sometimes they want to expand and just relax. And it kind of looks like you have a little belly, but it makes this amazing pump of blood flow. There's blood flow pump, right? We're pumping in oxygen, getting nutrients into the muscle, into the tissue. We are removing waste products. And we're just cycling everything through. And we're getting into the organs, right? The most important aspects of self. This is what keeps us going, right? It keeps digesting our food and, making babies. So core strength. So doing a breath that involves strength of exhale. All right. So you can look up my core activation breath or the Cannon breath to get started. Next would be, I think the best aspect of breath is accessing flow state. And if you don't know what that is, it's that moment when you were doing your favorite thing and that challenge matched the skill. So you were able to go into this space of timelessness, this space where it just happened. You weren't thinking. There's no conscious thought. It was all this subconscious action that had been programmed into your body multiple times through repetition, through gaining efficiency in a skill. Whether that's, even writing or reading, all of these things are skills. And when we learn the breath, we learn different aspects, whether it's mobility, strength, power, and below that, all these different ways to access those things, right? Different exercises. As you go into each exercise, you look at different aspects of self, and say I do 3 minutes of core activation breath. At first, those 3 minutes are a long freaking time. At first, like, holy crap, like my abs are sore. And over time, you're like, that was 3 minutes? That seems so fast. Now you're expanding your sense of time or changing it, molding it. And the more we can let go of time, the younger we will stay, the younger I feel, and the younger you may feel. I don't know, you have to experience it. And that's the whole thing. this is about experience. I can tell you all the things that could happen or what you could feel, but in the end, it must be tried, it must be experienced. So, thank you for joining me today, and yeah, don't forget to breathe.